Adab, welcome to the 60th episode of 365 Days of Tabla, a series in which we learn about the art, the craft, and the legacy of one of the most beautiful instruments in Indian classical music, tabla. Today is a continuation of the Dasa Prana episode. Due to uh, structuralization, I have reduced the frequency of our episodes, reduced the frequency of our episodes from daily episode upload to weekly 2 to 3 episodes. Previously, we had discussed the 5 elements of uh, the or the 5 life forms of tabla, namely kal, time, marg, pathway, or the flow of time, kriya, which is the expression of time. In Hindustani classical music, it is basically pali. This is the kriya or the kriya of expressing the time. And then there was ang, which is actually the structure of the time of the rhythm, like bhag, vibhag. These are the ang. Then graha, which is the starting of the compositions or the structure of the composition. There are 2 parts of graha, which is samagraha and vishamagraha. And samagraha is the one in which composition starts from the first beat, which is also known as the sama. And the vishamagraha, there are again 2 divisions of vishamagraha. That is one atit and the other one is anagat. Anagat is the one that is the one in which the composition either starts or ends or both. It starts and ends before the sun. Atit is the one in which the composition ends after the sun, minute seconds after the sun. So this was what we had learned so far. But there is one addition that I would like to bring into the subject, because this addition is required for the next theory that we are going to discuss in this episode, which is jati. This episode is completely going to be based on jati. We are not going to discuss anything further than jati in this episode. So episode 60 is for jati. Now, before we discuss about jati, we need to discuss about anga. As we know that anga, as the word suggests, it means bodyguard or structure. So just like us humans, just like every living organism, Taal also has a structure. And in Indian classical music, these structures are mainly divided into, these structures are called bhag or vibhag, meaning the same. Bhag or vibhag, they both mean the same. Now, every Taal has its own unique structure. A Taal can have similar beats, but the structurization can be very different. There can be 2 Taals of the same beat, but can have very different vibhags. Like, for example, the classic example would be Kaherva for the normal Kaherva and the Bhajan Kaherva. They both are of 8 beats. The normal Kaherva is Dha ge na ti na ke di na. Dha ge na ti na ke di na. This is normal Kaherva. And the Bhajan Kaherva is din na din din na din na din din na din na din din na din na din din na. Same beat structure, strain beat structure. This is also 8 beat, this is also 8 beat, but now the vidhags are completely different from each other. This one, the classic Kaharva, is 4 plus 4. na ke na ke na ti di na ge na it na ti di na. This is classic Kehava. But now the variant of the Kehava, which is used for bhajan, is different. The variant of the Kehava, the vibhags are din na 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 din na. This is the classic example of Keharva, the variant. Both are different. Similar beats, but different variants. So now we have understood that a Taal can have similar beats but different vibhags. Now, this is a very important part that we need to understand. These vibhags are so that the maestros have created components to understand these vibhags. There are components to understand what the structure of these anga or what the structure of these tal will be, and thereby vibhags are also created as per those structures. So there are around six structural components, starting from the smallest component to the largest component. Each component represents matras, specific number of matras. The smallest component is called anudrut, which is equal to 1 matra. Larger than that is drut, which is equal to 2 matras. Then comes lagu, which is equal to 4 matras. After lagu comes guru, which is equal to 8 matras. And after guru comes plutha, which is equal to 12 matras. And the word plutha also means 12. So plutha is equal to 12 matras. And the last component of this anga is kakapad, which is equal to 16 matras. Now, it should be noted that these components are used in the theoretical section of the Carnatic classical music and not the North Indian Hindustani classical music. But jatis are made in respect to these components. Okay, so this is the cliffhanger. In the next episode, we are going to discuss about how jatis are formed, what were the first two jatis that were made, and how component jatis are made. And we're also going to discuss the two hidden jatis of Indian classical as well as Carnatic classical music. This is a cliffhanger, I know, but we will definitely get back. And this is a very interesting subject, a very interesting topic that we're going to discuss. And we're going to discuss the 7 jatis. We know about the 5 jatis. We have heard about the 5 jatis, but there are 2 hidden jatis that we're going to discuss in the next episodes. A quick reminder to all those who wish to learn Indian classical music, tabla or ghazal from the 33rd descendant of Farqaba Gharana, Ustad Sabir Khan Sahab. The details of our academy is mentioned at the end of this video. So with this, let's end episode number 16. Ada.